All right, folks, I got to rush right into this. Alan Dershowitz, legal legend and host of the great podcast, The Dersh Show, also the author of The Case for Colorblind Equality in an Age of Identity Politics. Sir, welcome. I'm sorry I have so little time today. Supreme Court rulings now, they're saying it's based more on politics than the law, but, in my experience, and you may disagree with me here, you have, look at Heller versus D.C., monumental constitutional things on the Second Amendment. It's the Democrat side that often votes purely with politics, whereas the Republican side, they kind of straddle the difference.
Well, it depends on the time. Bush versus Gore, 5-4, Republicans versus Democrats. Recently, the three Democrats seem to be voting in tandem. Both sides claim they're applying the Constitution. The Heller case is a perfect example. You had two extensive opinions, each citing the history and concluding that clearly their side is right, that the Constitution did permit private gun ownership. No, the Constitution didn't. I want to give good faith to each of the 9 justices, most of whom I know and I have known for years. They're good and decent people. They are political people. They were appointed by political presidents. They were appointed in order to achieve political results. Sometimes they follow it, sometimes they don't. I remember President Clinton was very disappointed when the justices he appointed voted against him in the Paula Jones case. And President Trump was very disappointed when the justices that he appointed voted against him. But that's the nature of things. You put on a robe and you at least are supposed to be non-political. Look, I agree with you, though, and I agree with the polls that show that most Americans think that politics plays a role in the Supreme Court. And that's why we have this commission thinking about expanding the Supreme Court, which would be the most political thing you could possibly do. And it will mean that next time the Republicans get into power, they'll make 14, 15, 17, 21. Finally, you'll have a
357. Why not?
Yeah.
Real quick, I got about a minute left. Alec Baldwin, all right. Tragic thing, also a stupid thing on his part. Picked up a gun, didn't check if it was loaded or not, and then pointed at somebody and fired it. Third-degree murder, possibly?
Well, I was involved in both of the prior cases. I was involved in the case involving the prior shooting, and I was involved in the case involving the helicopter that killed Vic Morrow and the 2 children. So I am a real expert on the problem of lethal factors on sets. And I had thought that after the previous case, the rule had been established that no gun should ever be allowed on a set if it's capable of firing. You and I can agree or disagree about the Second Amendment. I think we agree the Second Amendment has no application on a movie set. You don't have loaded weapons on a movie set.
Seems simple.
Somebody is responsible for this, whether it's the people who were in charge of the guns, but no gun capable of firing an actual bullet or part of a bullet.
Should not be.
In the previous case, it was a part of a bullet. Should ever be allowed on a set. Period.
Completely
End
agree,
of
sir.
book.
Alan Dershowitz, I apologize. I got to cut you off. Short time today. Appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.